Choking of the windpipe, China's export restriction for Japan. Last year, the Prime Minister of Japan said an important line that changed the dynamics between both nations. If Chinese military action were to happen to Taiwan, the Japanese would consider it a survival threatening situation, which meant Japan would use force in its defense. In response, China told its citizens to avoid traveling to Japan, which was a massive blow. Tourism made up 7% of Japan's GDP, and mainland China and Hong Kong made up a fifth of arrivals. An estimated 500 million USD was lost in revenue, but that's not the whole picture. China banned or restricted imports of Japanese seafood too, which was also devastating since China was the biggest consumer and buyer for these products. But the single biggest problem was the restriction of rare earth minerals. Japan imports nearly 60% of its rare earth requirements from China, and some of these trickle down into military applications. It explicitly targeted dual use items for military purposes that could contribute to Japan's military capabilities. But attribution ruined it all for China, among other factors. Takaichi called a snap election and gained the approval of 352 seats out of 465, and on her own, she got 316, passing the 310 threshold, the highest ever won since World War II. China's response had backfired because Japan had already diversified previously, and the Japanese people, instead of becoming a political liability, became an electoral asset as they rallied behind her. This gave her the political capital necessary to confront Beijing on her terms. For me, this is one of the most surprising stories out there because, in the end, Beijing failed to win what was thought to be a predetermined win. What do you think about that, dear viewer?